Graduates, families, friends, and honored guests, welcome to the A. James Clark School of Engineering's Spring 2021 Commencement Ceremony. At this time, we ask you to please stand for our national anthem.
Hey class of 2021, my name is Maya Lieber and I'm an assistant superintendent at Clark Construction. I graduated from UMD in 2016 and I studied civil engineering. And now I'm back on campus working on the Idea Factory project. This is actually my second project on campus. My first project was the A. James Clark Hall Bioengineering building right down the road. So it's really fun to be back on campus. The Idea Factory is a really cool building. It has a lot of lab spaces, including a rotorcraft lab, robotics labs, and all these areas for students to come in, get together, think of creative solutions and innovative ideas. We're in the finishes phase of the project, so we're getting ready to turn it over to the university in the next few months. I can't wait to give it to the university to use and have all the students enjoy. So from everybody here at Clark Construction, congratulations on your graduation. You should all be really proud of yourselves, and best of luck on your future endeavors.
Good afternoon, Terps. Welcome to the A. James Clark School of Engineering Spring 2021 Commencement. I'm Robert Breiber, Interim Dean of the Clark School. We're honored to celebrate this milestone in your life, and we're happy so many of your family and friends can celebrate it with us. Think back for a moment. Elementary school, summer camps, middle school, tutoring, high school, clubs and sports, college, internships, graduate school. For all of you, today is the culmination of many, yes, many years of hard work. Oh, and for those of you who are pursuing graduate studies, you're finishing one milestone and embarking on another. You should be incredibly proud of where you've been and where you're headed. We're excited to watch your future unfold. You begin that future today as soon-to-be alumni of the University of Maryland's A. James Clark School of Engineering. Before we begin our program, please join me in thanking the UMD Marching Band for our photo montage music, and Chuck Schwartz, Chair of our Civil and Environmental Engineering Department, for his Jimi Hendrix-inspired rendition of our national anthem. Let's give them a round of applause. In addition to our graduates, we'd like to welcome our special guests to today's celebration. Your family and friends, we know they're a big reason you're here today, and we're glad they can be part of this milestone event. Our faculty, staff, and honored guests, it's been our privilege to advise and educate you on your path to becoming great engineers. Our active duty service members, veterans, and first responders, thank you for the service to your country. And to all those who are fighting the coronavirus, from doctors and nurses to truck drivers and grocery workers, thank you for keeping us safe and keeping our country running. Please join me in giving them all a round of applause. Now let's return to our graduates. The Clark School is a place where ideas become reality. We believe we could help fight COVID with sanitizer and PPE made in our labs, and so we did. We believed we could increase the number of women and underrepresented minorities in our field, ensuring that anyone could be an engineer and everyone's perspective is built into engineering solutions. And we do. We believe that with smarter, faster computers, safer batteries, and more durable materials, we can build a better world. And we are. Engineers are the builders of the modern world, and if there's anything the last year proves, it's that nothing can stop you from doing what you do best: find solutions to society's most pressing problems and help people to live safer, healthier lives. From sensors that detect viruses to more effective fire protection systems and robots that respond to their environmental conditions, you are among the most innovative, resourceful, and thought-provoking thinkers and doers on our planet. We're incredibly excited to see what you will do next. Now, we need everyone's help. While we're not together in person, let's celebrate the graduates as if we were. Let's cheer and applaud throughout the ceremony. Clap for our speakers and award winners. Wave the homemade signs you've made, and post pictures to Twitter, Instagram, and more. Be sure to use the hashtag #ClarkSchoolGrads. When we award degrees, we'll call for graduates to stand, walk across the room, and be recognized, just like they'd walk across the stage, and that'll be a great chance to cheer and take photos. We'll conclude today's ceremony by scrolling the names of all today's graduates. We want this to be a big day on social media.
Hi, I'm Rodney Doy. Congratulations to the class of 2021. We're so proud of you. And as a Clark School of Engineering graduate myself, I certainly understand the significance of this momentous occasion. As you transition to this next phase of your lives, remember all the great things you learned in school. Engineering is about solving problems. And remember that wherever you find yourselves, whether they are technical problems or people issues, lean into that learning and have an impact. And remember this, have fun while you're doing it. Go Terps.
It's now my pleasure to introduce today's guest speaker, Phil Weiser, someone who's a great thinker and doer. Phil is Executive Vice President and Chief Technology Officer at Viacom CBS, overseeing the company's global technology strategy, shared services, operations, and transformation. Phil has numerous patents for his pioneering work in internet distribution technology for music and television. And for those of you whose headphones are part of your wardrobe, he created the digital businesses at Sony Music, including forging the groundbreaking deal to help launch Apple iTunes. And he's a Terp. He's also on the Clark School's Board of Visitors and helps us keep our academic programming, career opportunities aligned with the needs of our country and world. Please welcome Phil Weiser with a round of applause.
Congratulations, Clark School Class of 2021. I would like to start by thanking Interim Dean Breiber and the Clark School for the opportunity to speak with all of you today. This is a thrilling moment in your lives, an incredible accomplishment that will bring many rewards if you are willing to continue this journey of curiosity and exploration. I can say that because I'm here today as your personal time machine. The day that I received my engineering degree from the legendary Clark School Dean, George Dieter, is etched in my mind. It was a day of pride, excitement, and relief. I was looking forward to the next chapters that would unfold. And as they have unfolded, they lived up to the dreams that I had on that day. I look back at a lifetime of creating industry-disrupting technology companies, forging large-scale business transformations, and countless moments of creation and invention. But amongst all of that, I look back on the day that I graduated from the Clark School as a unique and exceptionally inspiring transition in my life. That is why I am certain that many years after this day, you will also look back and have a moment of clarity, that you will have internalized the power of this accomplishment in your life. You will understand the superpowers that your investment of energy, attention, and emotion has created. And hopefully, you will be fulfilled by the life that you have lived utilizing those superpowers. So why do I keep calling this superpowers? It's quite simply the fact that your experience and accumulated engineering knowledge puts you in a unique position to impact the world. You are now a very special member of our global society that can see and understand things that many others can't. You, of course, need to make the most of the opportunities that lay ahead. I would also say you have an obligation to yourself and the world to do that, but it's a fun obligation. Go out and be curious. Pursue your passions in whatever direction that takes you, but pursue those interests with vigor and a constant desire to have an impact. As one of my favorite musicians, Alice Cooper, said about his remarkable career, whatever you do, avoid mediocrity. Go out on a limb. You will either be a genius or an idiot. And that applies as much to technology as it does to music. And I've seen both and been seen as both. One of my favorite personal idiot moments was at my first startup. We thought we could connect musicians directly with their audience using a computer network. At that point, the nascent internet. We believed that people would listen to music on computers, which at the time seemed somewhat crazy given that computers were only in your home office. But we knew that we could connect a whole class of new creators and musicians directly with their audiences and let those musicians be successful without the need to sell millions of pieces of plastic discs. And that passion proved out with countless inventions, investments, and great success. But it also required a willingness to seem a bit crazy. And that crazy idea was rejected many times. And we stuck with that because we had that insight that came out of the background that we had accumulated through our engineering education and understanding those possibilities. You can do that and you should do that. Throughout my life in Silicon Valley startups and large-scale media and technology behemoths, the people that found success and happiness were the ones who were constantly searching. They were always looking for opportunities to add value every day. They are restless and engaged. They are excited by either disrupting markets with new technologies, transforming corporations to bring more value to existing markets, or even discovering new knowledge that will bring endless value to humanity. They do this every day, this searching for how they're going to add value. I, in fact, do that every morning. I spend a few quiet moments early in the day and ask myself, am I having an impact? At several points in my life, I concluded that my ability to deliver an outsized impact in that situation had reached its peak. I always made the decision at that point, even if it felt scary or risky, to move in a different direction. That is the most difficult part of maximizing the impact of your superpowers. Never settle. Never settle for anything less than bringing meaning to yourself and to others. Never settle for anything less than being fulfilled by your current actions and the resulting lifelong accomplishments. And in that moment of change, be entrepreneurial in all that you do. And I'm not just referring to venture-funded technology startups in terms of being entrepreneurial. I'm talking about your most important business. That's your life and your career. Your time and attention are your biggest investable asset. Invest with forethought and intentionality. Take those risks, but do it with a clear mind, about how that will fulfill you and therefore focus you. If you are truly invested in your passions, you will find moments of astounding personal success. There's no silver bullet that gets you to these outsized impacts. You just need the honest investment of your intellectual, emotional, and physical powers to their fullest. You could get lucky, but that is not necessarily going to be a fulfilling success that I'm talking about. Success is about creating incredible new ideas, having opportunities to turn those into powerful solutions that impact our global society at many different levels, as I've described. Every day, you need to nourish that urge to have an impact, and then you will find a way to fulfillment. Stay restless and determined in your journey, and you will find happiness. Be fearless and relish the challenge and opportunities that you will face, like any great superhero would. Congratulations again, and I wish you all the very best in your explorations.
Thank you, Phil, for your remarks and all you've done and continue to do for the Clark School and the profession of engineering.
Hello, I'm Charles Schwartz, Chair of the Clark School's Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. Congratulations to our graduating class. It's my pleasure to introduce today's graduate student speaker, Jawaria Ahmed. Jawaria is graduating with a PhD in civil engineering. She also earned a master's degree in civil engineering from the Clark School. During her graduate studies, she worked as a research assistant with Dr. Barton Foreman and collaborated on 3 NASA-funded projects aimed at improving spatiotemporal hydrometeorological modeling capabilities, particularly across high mountain Asia. She was awarded a graduate summer research fellowship and an outstanding research assistant award for her research initiatives. And through all her work, she found time to serve her peers as president of the CEE Graduate Student Council. After her graduation, she plans to return to her native Pakistan and contribute towards the development and protection of regional and global water resources. Please welcome Jawaria with a round of applause.
Thank you, Dr. Schwartz. Congratulations, fellow Terps. Today is a day of celebration for all of us, and I am honored to have the opportunity of speaking to you all today. We all began our individual journeys at the University of Maryland with our hearts full of dreams and brimming with enthusiasm to learn about the wonders of engineering and science. Along the way, we all learned lessons that will stay with us forever. Not only did we learn about the mysteries of the scientific world, but we also gained insight into our own selves. Perhaps some of you also felt the sheer panic that I felt after attending my first class at the University of Maryland. The panic, however, gave way to a feeling of excitement about the challenges in store during the last course. The transition from panic to curiosity made us realize the power of having confidence in our own self. We became fearless Terps as we consciously challenged ourselves and believed that we would overcome those challenges. My challenges came in the guise of advanced statistics, machine learning, and parallel computing. Initially, I did not think I could master any of those topics since I had little previous knowledge. However, with persistent effort and encouraging professors, I developed the self-confidence to tackle and overcome these challenges. Similarly, all of you encountered different challenges which you overcame through hard work and grit to reach where you are today. Self-confidence is necessary to nurture knowledge and to inculcate innovative thinking in oneself. People who supported and encouraged us enabled our journeys to self-assuredness. One of the most memorable parts of grad school is the friends we made at the University of Maryland, who, in the case of international students like myself, became our de facto families. Let us all thank our roommates and colleagues, especially our lab colleagues, who have shared our laughter and tears alike. The support of our friends and families was especially welcome during the last year. Apart from the usual rigors of grad school, The class of 2021 had a special set of challenges. While carrying out research during a global pandemic seems like the plot of a Hollywood movie, it was the reality of the class of 2021. Our individual grad school journeys hit the same roadblock. While the COVID pandemic did derail everyone's planned activities, it helped us to challenge ourselves and to become resilient engineers and scientists. Cancelled workshops, virtual conferences, rotating lab shifts, and Zoom office hours did not dampen the TERP spirit in us. This pandemic forced us to rise to the challenge and to devise creative solutions to continue our different experiments and to fulfill our research obligations. We, the class of 2021, have proved that adaptability is our key strength. We must recognize our own grit and perseverance that has aided us in accomplishing our goals, even during a pandemic. While the post-COVID job market is an uncertain reality, we can all look forward towards the exciting journey ahead with self-confidence, knowing that we are resilient and innovative and can adapt to unprecedented scenarios. My fellow students, please join me in acknowledging our professors and mentors who have helped us along the way. For my own journey, I'm thankful to my advisor, Dr. Bart Foreman, who provided an inclusive and safe environment for his graduate students to flourish, and to Dr. Richard McEwen and Dr. Sujay Kumar for being great mentors and teachers, and for giving a brown Pakistani girl the confidence that she can achieve anything. I would also like to thank my parents, sisters, and Dayabu for their infinite love and support. In the end, I applaud you all again. Congratulations, my fellow students, on successfully reaching the finish line.
Thank you, Jaywaria, and best of luck in your future endeavors.
Hi, everyone. I'm Bala Balachandran, Chair of the Clark School's Department of Mechanical Engineering. Congratulations to our graduating class. It's my pleasure to introduce today's undergraduate student speaker, Elizabeth Childs. Elizabeth is graduating with a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. During her time at UMD, she conducted research in robotics, three-dimensional printing, and found time to play violin for the Gamers Symphony Orchestra and battle with combat in the Leatherbacks Club. She was a teaching fellow for thermodynamics, which is a challenging course in our program, interned at General Electric Aviation as a turbo machinery process engineer, and worked at Key Technologies as an engineering consultant for medical technology. Elizabeth has been recognized with the AABE Mid-Atlantic and Dominion Energy Scholarship, the Banneker Key Scholarship, and the Mechanical Engineering Academic Achievement Award. Upon graduation, Elizabeth will pursue a PhD degree at Stanford University to study human-robot interaction and augmented reality. Her goal is to use her knowledge to create more equity in higher education and pre-professional training. Please join me in welcoming Elizabeth with a round of applause.
Thank you, Dr. Balachandran. And to those who took the time to answer all of my introspective graduation questions, thank you. Everything was used to make these next 5 minutes as useful as possible. Hello, class of 2021. Congratulations. We all know that COVID put a damper on our graduation and life plans. No one could have predicted this freshman year. But I'm not here to talk about that. COVID doesn't get to claim your milestone. I'm here to talk about you and you overcoming every academic, social, environmental, and cultural challenge life throws and persevering to get to where you are now, graduation. UMD gave us the first taste of independence. For many of us, college meant moving away from home and learning to do new things like laundry, cooking, or cleaning. or teaching our roommates how to do new things like laundry, cooking, or cleaning. We took classes with over 500 students and suffered through group projects with those who had not yet learned how to work as a team. For many of us, we were thrown into the fire with ENES 100 and designed, built, and coded our own robot in 16 weeks without any college experience. Others transferred in and had to adjust to UMD life while also taking upper-level classes. Regardless, UMD gave us the opportunity to discover and learn more about ourselves. We joined clubs and tried new things, then slowly stopped attending when midterm started and never seemed to end. We trudged to class in the pouring rain, watched campus turn into a parking lot 10 minutes before the hour, and made friends pulling all-nighters to finish homework or a group project. Failing an exam is almost a rite of passage in engineering. And even if we rode the curve till the end, our degree is proof that we have the intelligence and tenacity to recover from any setback. Now that our time at UMD is coming to an end, we have to ask ourselves, what's next? Just like high school graduation, college graduation is another diverging moment for us to pursue our own path. And while we can see this as frustrating and nerve-wracking, we must also appreciate the exciting and freeing aspect that what happens next is completely up to us. While at UMD, many of us had had the opportunity to do internships or co-ops and discover what kinds of careers we want, or in many cases, don't want. However, now it's time for us to decide what we do want. First and foremost, know that wherever you are right now in this what comes next process is an absolutely okay place to be. We will be the world's next engineers, designing and implementing any fearless idea we decide to pursue. Whether you have the job of your dreams, just a job for security, or even still looking for a job, you're doing fine. What matters is not where we are now, but that we keep pushing towards our passions and never settle or trade our dreams for convenience or complacency. After graduation, we'll find ourselves with much more time than we had previously. Decide where you want to be and what you want to be doing in, say, 5 years, and use that time to get one step closer towards realizing those goals. And I know that's easier said than done. However, engineering wasn't easy, and we can't expect life to be. We weren't given a degree, we worked for it. And while we may only use a small percent of what we learned in our future career, we'll need 100% of the tenacity we gained to get there. So what does come next? We become engineers, because without us, without people like you, the world will lack infrastructure, robotics, medical devices, and the tools used every day in a productive society. Engineering is the crucible of science and necessity, driving innovation and progress. Engineers are building the future, and it starts now with us. The world needs people like us, tenacious innovators, ready to execute fearless ideas within all aspects of society, from healthcare to security to sustainable energy. We've been given the knowledge, and now it's time we use it to create a bigger, better, and brighter future. Now, let me leave you with one final thought. Even if you forget everything else said during commencement, remember this. Recall the person who inspired or mentored you anytime throughout your life to get you here today. They can be a family member, friend, instructor, whoever. Now in the future, someone will enter your life needing that same encouragement. Remember the benefit that inspiration and advice provided toward your path, and leverage your experiences to help this new person reach their highest potential. Your thoughts, ideas, experiences, and background hold value, but they only become fearless when you share them with others. Thank you. And again, congratulations.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and best of luck with your future endeavors. Before we award degrees, we'd like your help celebrating several members of our community who've won awards. Abigail Meyer, winner of the Dean's Award, and Priscilla Lee, winner of the Leadership Award, both given for participation in activities that impact students in all engineering majors. And Dimitrios Goulios, Professor of Civil and Environmental Engineering, winner of the Poole and Kent Company Teaching Award for Senior Faculty for Excellence in Teaching. We are recognizing Professor Goulias for his dedication to his students, both as a mentor and an instructor. He is recognized for the engaging way he teaches ENCE 300, the course he developed over a decade ago combining experimental laboratories and group design projects with an emphasis on teamwork and leadership. Professor Goulias is also known for his multidisciplinary education abroad courses in several different countries. In his nomination package, students cited his teaching, innovation, enthusiasm, approachability, and professional guidance as reasons he should receive this award. Please join me in congratulating all of today's award winners.
Congratulations, class of 2021. My electrical engineering degree has allowed me to participate in the development of satellite and radar systems that support our military men and women. You now held the keys that will open up doors of opportunity for you. You just need to decide which doors. Congratulations.
Okay, family and friends, let's get ready to clap and cheer. It's time to award degrees. We'd like to see lots of social media activities celebrating our grads, so please post photos and videos to Instagram, Twitter, and more, and use the hashtag ClarkSchoolGrads. During this portion of the ceremony, we're going to ask our graduates to stand 3 times. Once as an entire class, once with those who've earned the same degree, and once at the end for a group acknowledgement. During this time, we encourage you to walk across the room just like you would on stage so we can give you the acknowledgement you deserve. We'll conclude today's ceremony by scrolling the names of all today's graduates. And now Dr. Min Woo and Dr. Ken Kiger, Associate Deans of the Clark School, will present our graduating class.
Will the entire 2021 graduating class please rise? The imbiber, in accordance with the recommendations of the faculty of the A. James Clark School of Engineering, I request that you recognize those graduates who have successfully completed all requirements for their degree.
I am pleased to accept the faculty's recommendation, and I'm honored to recognize those graduates who have successfully completed all the requirements for their degree. Please be seated until your degree is called.
Candidates for a Doctor of Philosophy degree. When your degree is called, please stand, walk across the room, and be recognized. Aerospace Engineering, Bioengineering, Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering, Civil and Environmental Engineering, Electrical and Computer Engineering, Material Science and Engineering, Mechanical Engineering. Congratulations. Please be seated. Masters of Science candidates. When your degree is called, please stand, walk across the room, and be recognized. Aerospace Engineering, Bioengineering, Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering, Civil and Environmental Engineering, Electrical and Computer Engineering, Fire Protection Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Reliability Engineering, Systems Engineering, Telecommunications. Congratulations. Please be seated. Masters of Engineering candidates, please stand, walk across the room, and be recognized. Congratulations. Please be seated. Masters of Professional Studies in Technology Entrepreneurship candidates, please stand, walk across the room, and be recognized. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Bachelors of Science candidates, when your degree is called, please stand, walk across the room and be recognized. Aerospace engineering. Bioengineering. Chemical and biomolecular engineering. Civil and environmental engineering. Computer engineering. Electrical engineering. Fire protection engineering. Material science and engineering. Mechanical engineering. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Fellow Terps, please rise. For the first time, it's my pleasure to address you as graduates of the University of Maryland A. James Clark School of Engineering. Now, please be seated. Graduates and new alumni, thank you. In looking to the future, as graduating Clark School engineers, it's up to you to take the lead in improving the world. In looking to the recent past, you've helped us change the Clark School. During this pandemic year, you've helped us learn how to teach, advise, do research, and connect with each other. We've learned about creating and distributing kits for lab courses, developing new off-campus design projects, keeping clubs and competitions running, and innovating ways to offer virtual services like student advising, counseling, and more. We now have ways to train future engineers, in part due to you. We encourage you to keep in touch, to share your success, and come home to the Clark School, whether it's for Maryland Day, a reunion, or just because you're in the neighborhood. You can mentor a Clark School student or share your experience with an aspiring high school engineer. And to help you stay connected, the University of Maryland Alumni Association is proud to offer you a one-year membership as a gift. We'll be in touch with information on how you can remain engaged as alumni. It's now my pleasure to introduce Eileen Seen and members of the Engineering Alumni Network Board of Directors to talk more about staying connected to the Clark School.
The Engineering Alumni Network congratulates the class of 2021 on your graduation from the A. James Clark School of Engineering. In honor of your graduation, the University of Maryland Alumni Association is gifting you a free one-year membership. Throughout this next year, we will be offering you the opportunity to
create a community. You'll have countless opportunities to show your love for the Black and Gold by participating in programs and events that help you to become the best version of yourself.
Expand your career network. You can expand your social circles through hundreds of annual networking and celebratory events.
Enhance your graduate toolkit. You can gain access to exclusive perks, offerings, and resources only available through your alumni association.
Congratulations, and we look forward to staying connected with you throughout your careers. So, go Terps!
Engineers, best of luck. We're excited to see where you go and what you do. This concludes our ceremony. We'll now scroll the names of all our graduates. Go Engineers, go Terps, and be Terrapin strong.